Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon to full moon next? In August 2021, I am your reader, fellow Earth sign, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, now on Kindle, links in the description box, the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal, my fellow Earth signs. I am a Virgo, 4 planets, 2nd house. Whew. Hard workers, ain't we all? So let's talk a little bit. I'm going away for a couple of days. If you're new to my channel and haven't subscribed yet, maybe skip over this. I'm going to see my parents up in Saratoga. Cannot wait to see them. And just to keep things moving along, I have this app called Buffer. This is not an ad, I'm just telling you, that allows me to post things to different social media platforms in advance. So I loaded it up with a bunch of my stuff from Vimeo.com, a lot of Vimeo on demand stuff, but with trailers for all of them. So if you want to follow me there, the Drawing the Circle Productions Facebook page, the Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, private Facebook group. A lot of fun goes on there because it's private. No one knows you're in it, but you can find it. Links in the description box. You can follow me on Twitter at ProfWitch, or follow me on LinkedIn, Mark Angelo Lyons. I actually get a lot of responses from LinkedIn, oddly enough. Who would have thunk? So, yeah, that's the deal. I'm ready to rock and roll for you. Let's talk about this reading. We are doing a 5-card draw. If you are new to the channel, it's just whatever number the card draw is, it's 1 card each from different decks of cards. This time we are doing 4 oracles, 1 healing system, each one representing one of the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, spirit, to help you get what you need. So what do I need read? It's asking the divine, what do I need? I think I know what I need, but what do I need for a specific timeline? The new moon on Sunday, 8/8, Lionsgate, blah, blah, blah. 8:52 a.m. Eastern time. I am in New York. Please don't make me do math. And then we are looking at the 2-week timeline that goes on from there. A waxing moon, so imagine planting a seed and having it grow and bloom in a 2-week period. But this full moon's tricky because it goes void of course Sunday, August 22nd, so it's Sunday to Sunday. It goes void of course at 8 a.m. Eastern and then goes full at 8:02. Now, if you're not familiar with what void of course moon is, it's the only planet that goes void of course. You might want to check it out because if you are looking for specific lunar astrological timing, the moon is essentially checked out for that period. It can last a minute, it can last a day and a half. That's astrology for you. Please don't make me do the math. But it will then go into Pisces at 8:43 a.m. So that's a very busy hour astrologically. At least the moon gets to take a little break. So, that being said, fire, earth, air, water, spirit, these 5 decks, along with all the other ones I read, are at the bottom of the description box. If you would like to book me for a private reading, there's a video on that, booking a reading with Mal. Not just about how to book it, but what goes down in a reading. So I really enjoyed making that, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to make one, hopefully before I leave for Saratoga, about my spiritual counseling work, which is similar to a reading, but not the same. In a reading, it's me doing all the talking. In spiritual counseling, it's a dialogue, and I love doing it. I'm really good at it, so if you're interested, it's all on my website too. Enough explanation. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I will do the same. To get you the clarity, guidance, and grace that I can for my beloved Capricorns. And I didn't spend all morning doing all that prayer and meditation for nothing. So let's work. Breathe. Okay, here we go for your elements of fire. What you will, what you want, what you yearn for, burn for, and desire. We're using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish because it's just how I got to say her name for some reason. I don't know if that's Scottish or Irish. I'm sliding all over the United Kingdom there. So I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism. Please, 1 card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading. What is their magical spell fragment here, the spell card, to help them fine-tune or focus what they yearn for, what they burn for, what they truly desire in their element of fire this new moon to full in August? confidence. Confidence. Now that's something you can build gradually, right? From a new to full moon. By earth and air, water and fire. Can we get it work? Ooh, now I'm telling work. Now I can tell when the fan is backwards. By earth and air, water and fire, they're all on the table. Let my confidence take light, burn higher. Whoa! Very element of fire. Let my confidence take light, not flight, light, burn higher. Disco Inferno. let's see. That's interesting. Confidence. Let's get you the element of earth, right? Like fire needs wood, it needs fuel. This is the element of earth. As well as, because it's a crystal oracle, you may have the stone, you may not. You may run out and get it. I don't know. You have to ship it pretty quickly to get it for Sunday. But certainly you can use anything similar to it. Just something to remind you. A touchstone. Maybe even a piece of jewelry if you have it in there. What I call those totems, right? Just to kind of connect. This is my totem to Persephone, my goddess of Capricorn. All right, please take a nice deep breath. Tony Carmine Salerno, love his work. Let's see what Archangel Ariel has to say, who this deck is consecrated to. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, Ariel of the North, powers of Earth, Archangel of Nature, and the Archangel of Lyons, please, one card in clarity for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I'm watching this video, receiving this reading. What do you got for them, for their element of earth? A clue, a tip, a hint to help them manifest that confidence, really, even if it's just a touchstone, a memory, whether they have the stone, they need the stone, or just the message written in the bookie book. What have you got for them, my beloved Ariel, this new moon to full August 2021? Okay, one that I've never heard of before, Wolfenite, W-U-L-F-E-N-I-T. I know it would be cool if it's W-O-L-F. Wolfenite. Now, unless you just happen to have some lying around, I've never heard of it until I got this deck. But that's what I like about it, right? It's educational even for me. Wolfenite. I don't think this one comes up a lot. So, I'll be glad to read this to you. Oh, and it is the last one in the book. Your key words: preservation. That's interesting. Duality and psychic awareness. Sorry, that was my third eye winking at you. Preservation, duality, which is the illusion of separation. Let's see what this has to say. But also psychic awareness. Your powers of perception are strong at present, and you will experience a heightened awareness of others' thoughts, and intuitively understand their motives and actions. Okay, so I get that your psychic awareness is opening up, but sometimes earth signs, like I said, I'm a Virgo. There are different voices of intuition. Every chakra has its own voice of intuition if you want to go there. Sometimes it's very visceral for earth signs. We just feel it in our bodies. Right, water signs, I'm a Pisces moon, tend to get in the emotional feels, like, oh, something feels weird here, something feels off, right? But sometimes you do get it in that third eye, where it's that clairvoyant flash, or throat chakra, clairaudient, right? You hear it. This is interesting. By drawing this card, you are being encouraged to follow your feelings and instincts. Now, instincts really are, to me, root chakra. That's very in the body, right? Fight or flight, freeze, flee, that kind of stuff. Rely on your intuition rather than on what others say. Follow the integrity of a project or situation which is dear to your heart. All right, so it's really even saying keep an eye on that. In this instance, you are being encouraged not to listen to the conflicting opinions of others. Listen instead to the guidance which stems from your own soul, and all will work out well. And I'm going to tell you, Carolyn Bays put out a brilliant audio. It was probably based on a workshop. Something like self-esteem, your most important, most valuable resource, or something like that. And I'll never forget the imagery. She goes, and this is a paraphrase, intuition and self-esteem are opposite sides of the same coin. right? Because you can get an intuitive hit, but do you have the confidence to actually act on it, or are you going to check with everybody else who are usually going to talk you out of it? Particularly the people who care about you will talk you out of it if they feel like there's any risk to your well-being at all, right? Life is risk. Every time you step out of bed, it's the Fool card, right, in the tarot. So that preservation is an interesting thing here. It doesn't mean you have to blurt out what it is that you're getting every second. If so, you might want to get a YouTube channel, right? Monetize, monetize, monetize. But if there is a certain project or a relationship or something, to trust. So here's what Carolyn May says. She goes, well, you want to, self-esteem is a verb, not a noun. Oh, it's the most important thing I've ever heard her say. It's a verb. It's not something you have or don't have. It's something that you do. And we usually do it on a subconscious level that's not so hot, right? So if you want to improve your self-estimation, act on your intuition. You want to strengthen your intuition, work on your self-estimation, because it's your intuition, right? It's your guidance. You don't have to take it verbatim. There is a learning curve for that. It's like building a muscle. Everybody's got muscles, except for some people. Sorry, Betty Davis alert. Everybody has muscles, but not everybody develops them. I mean, I dance every day. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. It's just not my frame. I'm a classic mesomorph, but I like to do that yoga, that stretchy stuff, because that's me. I know what feels right in my body. And I feel like when I teach intuition, and I do, when I teach tarot, I teach intuition, I go, when you walk into a place and your root chakra connects to the electromagnetic field of the place, it's like, oh, this place, it feels so nice. But if it can't connect, it's saying this isn't great, right? Not an electromagnetic match here, and you get that. Something's off, and sometimes you don't find out what is off until later. So don't wait around, right? If it's time to go, it's time to go. My friends in college called it, well, my mom called it rat magic. Rats always know when to jump ship. But I always left the party right before the fight broke out or the cops arrived in college or whatever went down, right? The frat boys got a little surly. I was always out of there way ahead of time. So I'm telling you from personal experience. So confidence, Wolfenite. Let's get your element of air here. The Healing with the Angels Oracle, really to think about, to occupy your mind with, and to call them in. They really do help if you do it. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, because they're waiting in the wings. With wings. With wings. Please breathe. As I call upon the angels and archangels of the element of earth and the sign of Capricorn, the Arielites, the Urielites, the Orielites all chilling out in the north quadrant. Please, one card in clarity for my beloved sea goats, my beloved Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, who want to cast for confidence or should, need to, whatever. If you really wanted to, you could. I don't like the word should. With Wolfenite, right, for that preservation, like maybe even preserving a project or relationship or something. But definitely there's a psychic thing going on here, and I don't like that word psychic, right? It's been degraded over the decades. Thanks, Dionne Warwick. But certainly there's an intuitive thing here, so their own confidence seems key in this. So who are the healing angels? They can call upon for their element of air, to think about, to contemplate, to call in. Did you just get the healing angels of divine guidance? Yeah, so this isn't just about street level intuition. It may have pieces of street level intuition, lower three chakras. Carolyn May's Anatomy of the Spirit, trust me. Great book. But this could absolutely be eighth chakra as well. An angel holding aloft a star, and in the core of the star is a heart, the heart of the star. So there is probably some emotional intuition here. Maybe you're getting at all 8 chakras, including the one, the star center over your head here, but the divine is in play. Now, the divine is always in play, but to get that, Saint Germain told me to shave my head and dye it purple. Well, he didn't tell me to do that, but I did overtone purple for brown. It was my own choice, I'd like to think, for the crown chakra. But, you don't have to tell people what your gut is, and that's a big part of confidence. So if you got an intuitive hit right this second, could you act on it? If it was something immediate, and maybe involving whatever the situation is. Like, could you just say, all right, this is my guidance. I'm going to do my best. I may not get it right, but I might, By earth and air, water and fire. I just find that interesting that they bring the elements into it, because it really does speak of that divine alignment, right? All the chakras, water and earth, air and fire, except for spirit. We'll get there in a minute. Element of water. The Whispers of Love Oracle, the Party Turner deck. All of a sudden we're dealing with, now we know what we're dealing with and sometimes not. Voices of the Higher Selves. Please take a nice deep breath. Alright, as I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, for my beloved Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, what's their element of water that they need to know about here? Particularly if we're dealing with intuition, certainly it is a feeling thing, right? A clairvoyant thing, not always so much an emotional thing, but what is their whisper of love? Piece of information, inspiration, insight that they need for this confidence, which is also an emotion, right? And Wolfenite in their element of earth, and working with the healing angels of divine guidance. What's their element of water? Higher selves of all involved, particularly if there are other people trying to talk them out of their truth, their gut. What do you got for them this new moon to full moon, August 2021? Romance. 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 Lavish the one that you love with your personal attention and affection. Now, why I seem a little taken aback about that, this might even be about you following divine guidance to say yes. Because your gut may be saying yes, but your fear might be saying no, right? To have that confidence, that perception. Now look, certainly if you've been through the romantic ringer, and which of us on YouTube have not, you know, there might be, you want to preserve yourself, and that's fine. Healthy boundaries are great, and the healing angels, the divine guidance, are not going to tell you, yeah, tear down your boundaries, do whatever they want. Never. Right? Not when what you want is confidence. And confidence does come from knowing your worth. And the last person I was in a serious romantic relationship with couldn't see my worth because couldn't see his, and kind of sucks for him because now I know mine. I don't know if there's anything more dangerous or more wonderful than a witch who knows their worth, because I do now. Yeah, the hard way, through alchemy, through dark night, through shamanic descent and shadow work. Yeah, that's why I'm pretty damn confident. I mean, I am Mars conjunct Leo rising. Sometimes I just make it look that way. But really, I'm just a mer girl on the inside. Pisces moon. A really analytical business manager, Virgo sun. So romance. So this is about romance. If this isn't your read, I didn't know. I just clicked on the camera, said the prayer, and doing the reading. But it kind of makes sense if the divine is moving you towards somebody and the people around you are like, what are you doing? If this is, God forbid, a comeback, a come around, a retrograde, it might be just to learn something. It might be just, but the guidance here, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. Definitely putting the word romance in the title though, because that's a party turner. Let's get you your element of spirit. The Healing Mantra deck by Matt Kahn. The element of spirit here, that will energize this. So you could cast, intend for this confidence with Wolfenite. I don't know. I would suggest Tiger's Eye, personally, for confidence. Or citrine. Solar plexus stones. With the Healing Angels of Divine Guidance as your air. And that element of water, romance there. So let's say you cast for that, you say the mantra, and then you do the mantra every day a little bit or a lot of bit, waxing that, whatever this is. With a piece of Wolfenite for romance. Wolf. Breathe. Yeah, I know. I call it to the ascended masters of romantic soul contracts. Twin flame, soulmate, true love, who cares? It's a general read. If they want to book me to go deeper on this as to what they should do, if they should follow their intuition moment by moment, step by step. Capricorn is slow and steady, wins the race. Not even mountain goats race up a sheer cliff. So please, what is their perfect mantra, the perfect healing mantra for the element of spirit to energize and support and feed their intention of confidence by earth and air, water, and fire. Let their confidence take light, burn higher with wolfenite. Really preserving what needs to be preserved. Really activating their own psychic abilities and hopefully acting on their own intuition even when others want to talk them out of stuff here with the healing angels of divine guidance. It does not hurt to say, all right, angels of divine guidance, you show me. You show me, because it takes a lot of confidence to trust divine guidance, right? No one was ever shown the outcome. Not even the great masters were shown the end of their movies until they got to it. So with the higher selves talking about romance here, them lavishing the one that they love with personal attention and affection, what's the perfect healing mantra for them then to support and energize all of this new to full August 2021? Opening my mind, I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas. Now, this might be you questioning your beliefs, ideas about this romantic situation that you're in. And maybe you need the confidence even to do that, right? Sometimes to just question it. I highly recommend the work of Byron Katie, Byronkatie. It's called The Work. It's the work by Byron Katie. It's all over the internet. 4-step process with the turnaround. You'll see what I mean. It's a process of self-inquiry. All right, hold on a sec. What's stuck in my throat here? Is this about you, throat chakra, getting something off your chest? You can share in confidentiality things with people, right? That's what spiritual counseling is, what you can do with friends and family. But if there are people who are worried about you, get that their fear is going to be in there, and often they're talking more about their story and their experiences, even if they're making it about you. So let me read you this. Opening your mind, because divine guidance is here. What? It's like a good movie that you don't know what's going to happen until it happens, right? So keep your mind open. I allow myself to see beyond my beliefs and ideas, and with that psychic vision thing, I think this is working for you. When your mind opens, you are no longer limited by fearful beliefs or at odds with your own healing journey. Right? So that right there, it's like, okay, this romance is the next step on the path that you love, the healing journey, my spiritual journey. All right, look at how much I've lived through already, how far I've gotten up the mountain of life in general. With an open mind, you are aware of a bigger cosmic picture, divine guidance, where your personal life ushers in your highest potential by uplifting the consciousness of humanity. And that's the 5th dimensional 8th chakra POV. Pigs or vampires point of view, that we're all one. It's unity consciousness, and this is happening for you, not to you. Is there a risk? Getting out of bed's a risk, right? So there is a romantic thing here that is divinely guided. You hear that a lot on YouTube. It's a divinely guided relationship. As your mind opens, life is not just centered around your personal gains or losses, but shining your light for the well-being of all, wherever you happen to be. And that's your truth, right? Shining your light, that solar plexus confidence. In my book, it's the grace of understanding and the grace of discernment. Probably very helpful, right? That intuitive voice of the solar plexus here. This mantra is ideal for ending inner negotiation with the ego. Well, because the ego out of fear may say no, and the soul, if it's really about love and divine guidance, is going to say yes. So that negotiation back and forth. Unraveling self-sabotage. Let's look at that, right? And confronting the inevitability of loss, that nothing in this world lasts forever. All that rises falls. Right? We are eternal beings that came into a temporal world to experience being in essentially an incredibly realistic video game for the evolution of the soul, not the comfort and pleasure of the ego at all times. Apparently there are paradise worlds like that, but the ego have to be at a higher place. Otherwise, if what gives you pleasure is blowing up planets, not really great for everybody else. Just saying. Be kind, rewind. Please don't blow up the planet. Some of us haven't finished our work here, and I don't think that's happening anytime soon. So, the torch of Ariel here. Let me say a little blessing, a little prayer for you here. Please take a nice deep breath. As I call upon my collective pantheons of angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of romantic contracts, I should say, and the higher selves of all involved, please, may the Capricorn collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading, be blessed with all that they need this new moon to a full moon in August 2021, that they can open their mind, allowing themselves to see beyond their beliefs and their ideas with the guidance of the romance from the higher selves, that they lavish the one they love with their personal attention and affection, calling in, working with, and listening to the healing angels of divine guidance with the vibration of Wolfenite, preserving something, but also seeing clearly, clairvoyance, hearing clearly, clairaudience, paying attention to the guidance that they're getting in their own energy field that others may not agree with and try to talk them out of, but that they get the confidence that they cast for in their element of fire. By earth and air, water and fire, let their confidence take light and burn higher for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So will it be. So it is. I think you got a lovely read there. Sing with me. Do 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 do. You think I can't hear the song in my head once I make that third knock? Oh, every single time. I just don't always groove with it unless it's a groovy reading. And this is kind of a groovy reading. The only womp womp, if you want to consider it a womp womp, is what other people might be saying. But there is a larger plan in play here. And confidence is not developed instantly, right? Confidence in a bottle wears off, right? You know what I'm talking about. No, rather, if there is, somebody's got to get something off their chest and say something here. If it's about your concerns, do it with somebody who is going to be a neutral listener, right? Not telling you what to do, but just, you know, to bounce off of. But maybe this is you saying to somebody, hey, I love you. Hey, I love you, and I want to lavish romance on you. Maybe it's somebody coming at you. I feel like I get dropped down in these like romantic dramas and then I get picked up, whipped out before they end. So I'd like to know how some of these work out along the way. Otherwise, if you want to go deeper, definitely book a reading with me. I'm traveling, but I'm bringing all my tech with me. So do that. And check out the links in the description box. Follow me, Facebook page, Facebook group, Twitter, LinkedIn, as you will. Add me as a friend on Facebook if you like. Mark Angelo, Lyons, Holbrook, New York. Read my book, Words of Grace. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best. Very blessed of this lovely Lionsgate new moon to full moon next August 2021, my beloved Capricorns. Hail, farewell, and blessed be.